Well, this was originally going to be a video for our other channel, the Not So Ranty channel. But I thought, no, it needs to be on here. So here's the extract. Anyway, it's about 16 minutes long, and it is my rant of the week. Anyway, yes, so I'm having the rant of all rants today because it's something that's been getting or been brewing up inside me probably for the best part of a year, but more so over the last 2 to 3 months. And it's because I'm getting a lot of emails, I'm getting a lot of correspondence via social media and private messaging, even a couple of texts and some phone calls from people all around the world who are in despair, and I mean truly in despair, and they need to hear someone else sees it the same way as they do. Someone else can see what they see, someone else can hear what they're hearing, someone else who has done a little bit of research on stuff. Now, I need to say one thing first on this. I detest people who I would say are on my side of the argument, and I hate call it an argument because the way I look at this is which side of the truth are you on. Now, I believe I'm on the correct side of truth, and if I'm proved wrong, well, I will be the first one to come and bow down and say I am so sorry, but I'm not wrong. Oops, I lost my way a little bit there, so I had to slot in this bit in. What I was trying to say was I detest people who are on my side of the argument that over-exaggerate stuff. When they start putting things out there that are stretching the truth a little bit or could have been faked and all that, they don't do any good to anyone really. And it's the same on the other side as well. People are against what I think, over-exaggerating figures and all that sort of stuff. So yes, I hate both far sides of this argument or truth. So back to it. Yeah, so these people have been getting in touch with me. They need a voice, and it's something that kind of hits home with me because I've been on edge for a good year, and as I say, as time goes on, you might think things are getting relaxed and we haven't got so much infringements on our freedoms, but that's bullshit. And we're going to be locked down again this winter, or it's going to be an odd form of it. We can see the pretext going on already. Plan B, vaccine passports in Wales and Scotland, and all around the world really. So basically they're creating a two-tier society, and people need to understand what that means. Now, it might not affect you because you may well have gone along with everything they've been telling you to do, and yes, I don't agree that you've done that, but I'm not going to lambast you for that, and I wouldn't fall out with you for that. I would feel more peeved at people who are still going along with it. So to this day, they know if people can't admit that there's something going on, or they're not seeing something's wrong, then I suggest they go and actually do a little bit of research and don't sit in their little bubble. Now, people have accused me of sitting in an anti-you-know-what bubble, but hold on, I've had to listen to all the shit the mainstream media have given us. I've had to listen to Whitney, Valance, Boris, people from all around the world, hearing that stupid woman in New Zealand saying she's quite happy that they're creating a two-tier society. So I've heard all that. So it's people like me who have actually done a little bit of research, who I think you'll find a bit more knowledgeable about it. I'm not saying we're smart asses, I'm saying we've actually gone and looked. So really, with that said, this is why I'm going to be talking about the things I'm going to be talking about right now. Now, I'm not sure whether I said it already, but this video may jump about because I'm going to have to cut things out. I have to be careful with what I say, and I probably can't do it all in one take as I normally do. Now, this is the first time I've done one to sort of not a script, but a planned rant. And it, like I say, it is because people are kind of reaching out to me, and all, you know, they're asking me to do it when all said and done. I can feel that's what they want, so I have to do it and take the consequences, I suppose. I'm going to ask 3 questions. Do you think that we have freedom of speech? True freedom of speech? Do you think we have freedom of choice? And do you think we have freedom of expression? Okay, the first one, if you truly believe we have freedom of speech now, then I don't know what to say to you really. You're living under a rock. You need to open your eyes and listen to what's going on around you and see the amount of people being cancelled for their opinion. Now, I agree that people shouldn't have platforms for disgusting opinions. No, you know the type of thing I'm on about, something that is, you know, really extreme and things like that, nastiness. Yeah, that's fine. That should never have been. That's not freedom of speech under that act. That's just nastiness. Anyway, freedom of choice. This one is a massive one for me because yes, I have freedom not to have a magic potion, but if I don't eventually get that magic potion, certain doors will close. I won't be able to do things that people who have had the magic potion will be able to do. Now that is wrong. That's discrimination, and it's open discrimination, and many people are going along with it, and I do find that abhorrent. I do think that's really a real slippery slope, because as I say, it might not be you today, but it will be you tomorrow, so be careful what you wish for. Freedom of expression. This is a funny one, because it depends what freedom of expression you're talking about. We're quite free, freedom of expression, everyone's pumping all this nonsense about 746 million different genders down our throat, and that everyone can be what they want to be. But as soon as someone says something against a narrative, you're not allowed to express yourself against it. And I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that one. If you just have a little look on screen now, you can see a design I did for a t-shirt, which is basically what I see as happening. It's me, unjabbed, unmasked, and untested, or unmuzzled, untested, and discriminated against. That's not conjecture, that's a fact. That's what's happening, okay? But then I got this email. I put this up, these were for t-shirts, by the way, and I got this email back saying that I'm not allowed to have it because it's against their policy. So what policy is that then? Because there's loads of pro magic juice t-shirts and stuff on there. There's loads of pro muzzle stuff on there. Do you see what I'm saying? Now that's not fair, because well, it's just not fair. It's just ridiculous that it's blatantly open. Did I say this already? But your woman in New Zealand, Prime Minister I believe, saying that yes, she is creating a two-tier society and she's happy to be doing so. Wakey wakey. So that's why I bring up this freedom of expression thing, because that's got taken down. I've not been able to sell those t-shirts because it doesn't go along with the narrative. Now that to me is scary. Now it doesn't matter what the subject is. It's scary that there's powers that they're obviously all in on it. They all have to be in on it. You can hear all around the world. They're all saying build back better, build back stronger. What the fuck are they talking about, build back stronger? I was quite happy as it was, to be honest with you. Yes, there's certain things we have to tackle in life. I hate people leaving rubbish around. I don't like pollution, and I don't like shit people. But you know, I'll just pause it there because I'm going to get some more facts and figures together and get back to you in a moment, because I need to keep cutting this, otherwise it just gets too long for me to do in one go. Right then, well, this one's actually quite a biggie, because I hear touted all over from the press, from the web, so you know, social media stuff and all that, that this is UK, by the way, that I'm talking about, that the rate for the old, well, not the bit, but the, you know, oh fuck it, the death rate from the virus is around what they're saying. They're saying that 140, well, I've seen figures between 140,000 and 200,000 people have died of it in the UK. Well, what a load of absolute tosh. Now, maybe they did die of it. Maybe it exists. I don't know. This is not what I'm here to talk about. But if they died, if that's how many they're saying dying, well, how come the ONS, right, the Office of National Statistics, when you look at raw data, and you must look at raw data because that's just how many people died. Not of what, just how many people have died in the UK. Because everything's being skewed. I got called out for showing this document because it was raw data and not fiddled with. Thinking, well, hold on, don't you want to see how many people just actually died? So then you can make a comparison between years, and regardless of what killed them, you need to know how many people actually died. Are the loads, is there 200,000 more people dying? Well, the answer is no, and I'll tell you why. I'll flash it up on screen now. You need to go and look at this yourself, because I don't often do this. I don't like flashing up stats on screen because it makes people lazy. I think you should go to the ONS. You see that there's all the websites there. It's freedom of expression, not freedom of expression. It's what do you call it? Freedom of Information Act. You can go there, you can see it. And make sure you just look for deaths in the last 20 years. That's all you need to do, and then you'll get an idea of what's going on. Okay. What they're saying is the deaths in 2020 here is 607,922. Okay, that's how many people died in 2020. In the year 2000, 610,579 died. That's more. In 2002, again, it was more, 608,000. In 2003, it was 612,000 against 607,000. And in 2018, it was 616,014. So where are all those people dying? Make sure it's raw data, not some bullshit. This is corona or with, with stats. What does with mean? Absolute nonsense. Now, the reason I'm saying all this and stating those figures is because I don't like seeing people scared or in fear. And I think you need to start, or people need to start hearing positive stories. But it doesn't go with a narrative, does it, when you actually just look at raw figures? But people have to stop being scared. I don't know how or why people suddenly became scared of dying. Now, some people have said to me, or I've seen it said, that they had the magic potion because they want to more safe than sorry, or want to be safer than sorry, you know what I mean? Well, see, I didn't, because I feel exactly the same. I think it's best not to, because it's not a normal thing. It's not tested properly. No animal testing. And, there's all sorts of theories I hear out there about it, but I think I'm erring on the cautious side, because let's be honest, if you've had it, you can't get it out of you. And I did hear that bloke from Milton Keynes. Now, again, people are going to call him a conspiracy theory, but that bloke's he's owns a funeral parlour, and he's been saying about the amount of deaths that have been coming through there, and no more than anything else. But what he has been found, and there's a lot more younger people have come in there. He said within 1 week there was more young people's deaths than he normally sees in a year, and they were all, whatted. See, that to me is worrying, and that rings the alarm bells. And I also, because I feel personally there's something very bad going on, I don't trust the government or the so-called scientists. It's only certain scientists, I don't trust them. And it's simple as that. When did anyone ever trust government anyway? This is another question. If I lied to you blatantly, you're my friend, say you know me, properly know me, not just on YouTube. If I lie to you once, you might say, okay, I'll let that one go. If I lie to you twice, you'll start thinking, not sure he can be trusted. If I lie to you 5 times, you tell me to go fuck myself. And that's absolutely fair enough. Now put that same theory onto the government and what's happened, and the government's all around the world, I may add. Now put that into that category, if you know what I mean. But yet you still trust the government, or some people still trust the government. You've got to be having a laugh. They've lied so many times. 3 weeks to flatten the curve. Over 70s, everyone's free. Over 50s, everyone's free. 80% jabbed, free. No, you've got to have a booster. Do you see where this is going? How many times? How many times do they have to tell porky pies before you wake up? And you need to wake up for the poor people all around the world suffering. Now, when someone comes back at me now, which they most likely will, saying, well, you need to think about those who have died of whatever, the older... well, I'm sorry. The figures don't add up. The figures don't add up. My granddad died of the flu. My grandma died of the flu. There you go. Right, and now we get on to something that Lee touched upon in the last vlog about minimum wage. I'm not just going to talk about the minimum wage. I'm going to talk about the whole bloody thing, the economy and everything. Now, I had I think it was an email this morning, or one of the messages on YouTube, just someone saying about in America they get charged 16 quid, the people flipping burgers get paid $16 an hour, and then people moan about how much a burger costs. That's what's happening. Okay, so yes, I agree with what Lee was saying. You up a minimum wage, and obviously the companies aren't going to just take that lying down. They will just put that onto their profits. They will have to make more profit to cover that extra expenditure. And I see that. I've been around long enough now to know that you're never ever really any richer, are you? Us working class, you don't ever really get richer. So it's just the way life is. But it's not just that. Derek actually pointed this out as well, which I knew already, but it's just he reminded me to kind of be thinking about it, was that over the last few months we've seen everything going up. We've seen the faux diesel or petrol crisis. We've seen food going up and trying to blame it on Brexit, and now seeing that the more national insurance is going to have to pay, tax is going to go up. Well, where did you think the money for you sitting on your arse on furlough was going to come from? And you're going to moan about it all going up, aren't you? You're going to moan and say, oh, well, I can't afford that now. Well, you sat there on your arses. I'm not saying everyone, but those people sitting there on furlough thinking it's all right and it's like a free holiday. Wakey, wakey, it wasn't holiday at all. You're going to be screwed and you can't even see it. And you still think nothing's wrong. It's all too much, I say. On the other hand, me and Lee both lost our businesses. We didn't get one penny of help from the government. We were exempt, I suppose you'd call it, because we were self-employed. And I had a fairly new business at the time, so that couldn't show any proper profit or anything. So we got nothing. And yet me and Lee will be paying more and more money while all those people, and it might even come back in again if we get locked down, paying for people on furlough. And that really boils my piss, that one does. Lazy. People still wanting to work from home. Get out, do your job, start saying no to all this shit that's going on, and have a guess what? It'll all go away. It's okay, everyone. I've finished ranting now. You can come out from behind the sofa and, God, is it beer o'clock yet?